Right, hey guys, it's Weston here. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Cowin Ark Bluetooth speaker, possibly the most unique Bluetooth speaker to come out in 2016. Now Cowin did send this out to review, but as always that does not impact my judgment, and all the opinions in this video are my own. So anyway, let's not waste any more time and let's see what makes this speaker unique. So kicking off with the design first, and it is really nice. It's sleek, it's modern, it's stylish, it's got a lovely curved polished metal grille, and it just looks so classy. We've got a subtle Cowin branding in the top corner, and that's all surrounded by a high gloss black body, which just all ties in to make a really premium looking speaker. On the top we've got a selection of touch sensitive buttons which illuminate when you press them, and again it just adds to that real premium feel of the speaker. So on the top we've got a microphone, a volume down button, skip back, play pause, skip forward and volume up. We've also got an NFC contact point too. On the side of the speaker we have your power button, an auxiliary and a charging port. On the bottom we've got an anti-slip base which also reduces vibration, and it all just ties in together to make one really premium looking speaker. But like I said in the intro, what makes this speaker unique? Well, that would be the inclusion of a wireless sub. That's right, you get a wireless sub with this as well, which again is really lovely in its design. It's got a similar sort of ethos to the other speaker, and it's just a really good looking sub. It's got a brushed metal face with again some gloss black accents, and it's just a really nice looking sub. But it's also got some pretty cool features too, and one of those is wireless charging, which is something you really don't see very often at all. So that means if you've got a wireless charged enabled phone, you can place it on top of the sub and charge it via that. So that's pretty impressive. So that means if you've got an S7, then you can charge your phone via the sub, which is something you really don't see at all, and it is really cool. You've also got a bottom firing sub, which is really nice by the way. Even though you don't see the sub, it is a really nice looking speaker. We've also got a rear firing port as well, which does make positioning a little bit trickier, but I think all in all it's a really good looking sub, and when you combine them together it makes for a really nice looking setup. So now you're probably thinking how you actually get these together. Well, essentially they come paired out of the box. So all that you have to do is pair the main Ark speaker to your phone, and you pretty much do it the same way you do with every other speaker. You turn it on, look for it in your phone, and pair it like you do any other speaker, and that's pretty much it. And then it just pairs it seamlessly with a sub as well. The next cool feature is the ability to charge the Ark main body both wirelessly via the sub and via USB 2, which I think is really impressive. So that means if you're taking it out, you can charge it out, but you can also, when you get home, just dock it on the sub and it'll charge via that. And the best thing is it takes exactly the same amount of time to charge it via USB or wirelessly, which is really impressive. So from 0 to 100% it takes 5 hours to give you a full charge, which again is really quick for the level of battery life you do get. So speaking of battery life, you get an incredible 11 hours 20 minutes use at 70% volume, which is something I really wasn't expecting at all. So if you're listening to this for a couple of hours a day, you can easily get 5 or 6 days use out of it before charging. I think that is pretty awesome. So now let's cover off some specifications what I haven't mentioned already. So the Ark main speaker is 10 watt and the sub is 25, giving you a total output of 35 watt. The signal to noise ratio is 85 decibels, and we've got a frequency range of 40 Hz, which is really low by the way for a speaker, to 20 kHz. We've also got a range between the sub and the Ark of 10 to 20 meters depending on your surroundings. Right guys, and now we get on to the minor issues I've been having with this system, and the first one is a bit of interference. Now I'm talking between the Ark and the sub itself. Now my room is pretty much like an electronics store. There's stuff on Bluetooth, there's stuff on Wi-Fi, and there's a lot of stuff happening. So I'm thinking that might be causing a little bit of signal interference between the Ark and the sub. Now it's nothing major, but I just thought I'd bring it up and make you guys aware of it, because if you get the similar sort of thing, then I just found turning my Bluetooth stuff off and turning my Wi-Fi stuff off helped a little bit. Now sometimes it doesn't happen and sometimes it does, so yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up. Nextly is there's no way to turn the bass down on the sub. There's no dedicated dial and there's no dedicated app to adjust your EQ. Now you can adjust it in your phone, but I found doing that even doesn't bring the bass down that much. So yeah, it would have been nice to have either an app or a dedicated dial to turn down the bass. And now we get onto the main event, and that is the sound quality. Now I'm going to talk about the Ark Solo first with no sub, and then I'm going to talk about how the sub is used to boost the sound. And first of all, it actually gets really loud and you can fill a good sized room with minimal distortion. The bass is okay, it's got a little bit of low end which isn't very deep and it is lacking a little bit of punch, but that's okay because obviously you've got that sub, which again I'll talk more about in a minute. The mids are crystal clear, they're nicely detailed, they're really spacious and open, and they really stand out apart in the sound. Then we get on to the vocals, which have a lovely tone, it's really natural, it's really clear, and it's just very well presented. And now we get on to how the sub enhances it all, and it basically turns it into a different animal. The bass immediately gets more vigorous, it gets more deep, it's more punchy, and it is a bit of an animal actually. I was really genuinely surprised at the level of bass that this little thing can produce. And I've found that it's perfect for using it with your TV, so if you just want it, say with your TV setup like I tested it with quite often, and watching movies was a really great experience on it. And I'm just going to give you a couple of demos with the Ark Solo on its own, and I'm going to let you listen to it with a sub as well, and just so you get an experience of them both. Now bear in mind the sound gets compressed by YouTube, so what you're hearing isn't as good as what it actually sounds like in person. It'll just give you a rough idea of what the system sounds like.
We're fighting danger like kung fu. The love I feel is deep inside. The others don't matter. It's honestly us against the world. We're the perfect team. You're my dream, and I just want it. Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? If you ever need a helper.
So there you have it guys, that is my review pretty much done. So what do I think of this, and is it the most unique speaker of the year? Well, in my opinion, yes. I mean, first of all, you get the Ark. Now you can use this connected to your TV, like what I did. I used it to watch a couple of films and it was fantastic. But you can also use it as a dedicated speaker, so you can take it out and about with you, and you can also just use it as a speaker around your house. And then you get the inclusion of the sub, which has got some pretty cool tech of its own. I mean, like I've said already, it can charge your phone, and it is a dedicated sub, and it just gives everything that really good boost, and it just makes watching films via this system really impressive. It does have its little flaws, like obviously the little bit of interference I've been getting and no dedicated bass controller, but other than that it is a fantastic system and it is worked really well. So should you actually pick one of these up, well, it's around £160ish, and I think it's really impressive. The sound quality alone is just fantastic. It would have been better obviously, like I said, if it had that dedicated bass controller, but I think it is a really fantastic system. It's got great battery life, it looks nice. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking it out if you want a really unique speaker system that can be used in a variety of different situations. So that is pretty much it for this one guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, that would be great. It goes a long way to help out. You get to see my videos when they first come out. And if you are subscribed, don't forget to hit that little bell icon to be notified when I do actually upload a video, because YouTube's been messing up a little bit lately. So just to see my videos, just make sure you click that little icon. And that is pretty much it for this one guys. Thank you so much again, and I will see you all on the very next one.